What up, YouTube? It's AmbitionZ VapeR. I got another review for you today, and it's on the Aromamizer OCC sub-ohm tank by Crave. All right, so this is the same RDTA Aromamizer as the other ones. The only difference is the coil heads. This was sent to me for the purpose of this review. Thank you very much, Crave, for sending these bad boys my way for review. It's not going to change my opinion of this review. If you haven't seen the review on the Aromamizer RDTA, I do have a review on it on my channel. I'll put it up here in the corner on the cards. Okay, so if you haven't seen the review on the tank itself, check that out and then come back to this video. But for everybody else that have seen it, thanks for tuning in. So they got obviously they got a 3 mil tank and a 6 mil tank. All right, that's the 3 mil. That is the 6 mil. Okay, same situation. The only difference is the coil heads. What we're gonna do in this review, on this video, is we're gonna take a look at the coil heads. Okay, they have a single coil nickel, single coil Kanthal, dual coil Kanthal, and dual coil nickel. I have the single coil nickel in here now. It's a 0.15 ohm Ni200 coil. And then they have the dual, and I also have the dual coil Kanthal, which is a 0.3 ohm. We're going to dive down. We're going to take a look at these coils. We'll come back up, vape on it, talk on it. Pros and cons. I'll let you know, how much they are, where you can get them, and we'll wrap this sucker up, all right? First of all, let's take a hit. I have the 0.15 nickel coil in here now. It's on the DX200, 55 watts. It's reading out at 0.2 ohms. And, yeah, 580 degrees, man. Let's take a hit. Really good flavor on the nickel coils, man. Really good flavor on the nickels. The Kanthals, they're not bad. I prefer the nickel. It's got better flavor. And you can vape on the Kanthal coils from 15 to 40 watts. So let's dive down, take a look at these coils. We'll come back up, like I said, and I'll see you guys in a minute. So what up, YouTube? We're at the close-up of the Aromamizer OCC sub-ohm tank by Crave. All right, so this is obviously the tank. Okay, come on, focus, focus. So that is the tank. You guys probably seen it. I'm using my own drip tip because I don't like the spit back shield drip tips. All right, same situation. So here are the coils. This is the Kanthal coil. These are what they look like. All right, 15 to 40 watts, 0.3 ohm. All right, dual coil. It's a little, I know, it's a little weird, guys. It's got the 510 on it. That's where the juice flow comes up. It wicks in these little wick holes and, airflow or whatever that is on the bottom. It also, I think, yeah, so this thing's crazy, man. It looks crazy, don't it? So that is the dual coil Kanthal, and this is the nickel. That is what the nickel looks like, okay? It's gonna say Ni200, 0.15 ohm. It's got an O-ring on it, and then another O-ring on it, and then the 510. All right. A lot of cotton on there. It's organic Japanese cotton. And then these are the what they're gonna come in, okay? Focus, dude. So that's single Ni200, and then you also have the 3-post deck there, the 2-post deck, the 3-post deck. We'll take this one apart, all right? So, can I do this on camera? There's non-resistance wire on these, okay? There's non-resistance wire, and that's what it looks like inside. All right, not too much going on. All go. Sorry about the juice, guys. Come on, focus. Focus. It's just regular old Japanese organic cotton. Doesn't want to focus, does it? Rip this sucker up. There we go. There we go. So it looks like 24 gauge. You can see that there's non-resistance wire on there. Not too much to it, man. It's definitely all organic. Then you just pop it in the normal way. Okay, you take out your you take out the deck or whatever you have going on the RDTA. You put that sucker on, you twist it on, and you put it in, you're good to go. I mean, that's about it, guys. You know, that's about it. So, yeah, that's the coil. That's the close-up, guys. Feel perfectly comfortable backing out, vaping on it, talking on it, pros and cons. I'll see you guys in a minute. What's up, YouTube? We're back from the close-up of the Aromamizer OCC sub-ohm tank by Crave. Yeah, man. I like the nickel coils. I think that they vape well. I wish they might have done something a little differently with the coil heads. But these coil heads, they're really made for people that, number one, don't know how to build. Or number two, don't want to build. Just to give you a quick little information, obviously this is made of 304 stainless steel. The coil heads are made out of 304 stainless steel, Japanese organic cotton. We pulled it apart. I showed you it. Everything's good on that. It looks fine. There's no issues with it. There's no weird stuff in the cotton. They use regular Kanthal with non-resistance wire on the ends for the leads. Okay, it looks like a normal coil head besides, you know, the way that they had it made. I wish that they made it a little differently, to be honest, in my personal opinion. They do vape well. Now, the nickel does vape well. The Kanthal, I've seen better. But the Kanthal at 40 watts, 40 watts on a dual coil is kind of low in my opinion. It's for beginner vapors. It's for people that don't vape crazy like me. People that vape crazy like me are using RDAs and stuff, you know. Drip tips with the airflow kills flavor. Well, the drip tips that it comes with has the spitback shield, kills flavor as well. And it does something to the vape production that I just don't like. That's all subjective, guys. That's personal opinion, but that's my personal opinion. I don't like the drip tips. So I use my own drip tip. It vapes really well, though, man. I mean, I'm pushing out like 6 volts at 55 watts at 580 degrees on this bad boy. It's really good flavor, though. The nickel coil has really good flavor. You can find these coil heads at www.steamcrave.com. Link on screen and description, guys. The tanks themselves, like I've went over, they're about $40, $45. I recommend the 3 mil capacity because your mouth is closer to the coil. When your mouth gets closer to the coil, you're going to get better flavor and better vape production. The farther away it goes, the less vapor, the less intense flavor, and the cooler the vape's going to be. I definitely recommend the coils. I recommend the nickel more than the Kanthal because I just get better flavor with the nickel. I have been digging these coils, and they have been working efficiently. So all the parts on the Aromamizer RDTA are interchangeable with this. The only difference is the coil heads, okay? If you have this and you want to try the coil heads, just buy the coil heads. You don't have to buy the whole thing over again. I think that's the reason why they did that. I think it's smart that Crave did that. Shout out to you, Crave. That was a really good idea. Save people money that already have the Aromamizer and they just want to try the tanks out, the coil heads out, or they don't want to build, or they just, you know, sometimes I don't want to build. Sometimes I get tired of building. And it's cool that you can use the coil heads in this because a lot of people have been loving the Aromamizer. And I highly recommend, I definitely recommend the OCC sub-ohm tank coil heads. I definitely recommend them. The price point on them, I don't know them off the top of my head, but I will have it in the description. It's $40 for the tank. The coil heads are $3.90 a coil. That's not bad. $8 for the 3-post design deck, $15 for the velocity deck. So $3.90 ain't bad, dude. It's really not bad. They use organic cotton, 0.3 ohms. They work 15 to 50 watts on their website, but on the coil head it says 40 watts. The Kanthal coil is 26 gauge, 7 wraps on a 3mm drill bit, dual coil pre-built, okay? So that's what they use on the Kanthal dual coil. And then on the OCC nickel, Ni200 nickels, yep. And then I guess they also have a Kanthal single, which is a 0.6 ohm. Okay, they're all stainless steel. They're all made of stainless steel. They all have been tested. Okay, stainless steel OCC coil heads are on their way, man. There's a lot more coil heads coming in the future. They just put these out quickly to give you guys something to use, and then they're gonna make some more coil heads. The stainless steels, dude, hopefully I'll have them to review for you guys. If not, I highly recommend you snagging the stainless steels. Stainless steel coil heads have a lot better flavor, and they perform a lot better than the nickels. So just FYI, guys, I definitely recommend that. I definitely recommend the OCC coil heads. I'm not going to keep blabbering on about it. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, share, subscribe. And remember, smoking is gone, vaping is on. Vape on, guys.